Hey everybody, welcome to American Studies 201. I'm super happy to have you in class. I hope you enjoy what we're going to be doing for the next semester and you'll learn a lot. What we're going to do here is a sort of how to get started in this class. I'm going to talk a bit about myself. I'm going to talk about books we're going to read, some of the requirements that is going to be expected of you to get started in this class. All right, so let's get going. Your instructor, that's me. Hi, I'm Matt Haskins. I've been teaching in the American Studies Department for 20 years now. And I've taught this American Studies 201 class, frankly, more times than I care to discuss here. The best way to get in touch with me is email, mhaskins@fullerton.edu. You don't have to apologize. Sometimes students are very sheepish when they send me an email and apologetic, and I hate to interrupt you. This is my job. You know, I expect to get emails from students, so don't apologize when you email me. It's okay. The syllabus. I'm going to have the next video below this in Canvas. I will go through the syllabus, just like in my in-class courses. First day of class, I walked students through the syllabus, and I'm going to do the same here with you, but in another video. But what I can say about the syllabus right here now is the syllabus is your friend. All right, it's got your reading assignments and other assignments and due dates and exam deadlines. Refer to it often. It's going to be your friend. Okay. Class announcements. I will send you. I try to send about one a week. One of the things I've heard, there's sort of been two reactions with class assignments or announcements. Is sometimes students feel like they're sort of abandoned and don't hear anything from their instructor, and sometimes they get overwhelmed and they get too many announcements. You're going to get usually one a week from me. You will always get at least one. If some other things pop up, you might get two or three, but I really try to not overwhelm you with announcements. So when I do, pay attention to them, because there's going to be important stuff in there, okay? Books are super important in this class. I consider reading books to be an essential part of what we do here at university. So there are 4 books that you are going to read in this class corresponding to the 4 units that we're going to have in this class. You can buy them online. You can get them at the campus bookstore. I've included the ISBN number for each of the books to help you find them. You can just put those numbers in with your search, and it will help you make sure you're getting the correct edition or version of the book that we need. The only book that, frankly, could be a little tricky is the Benjamin Franklin, the autobiography of Benjamin Franklin. That's because there's so many copies of Franklin's autobiography. I get you about the cheapest version you can get of it. It's about $3. I highly recommend using that because my syllabus and my reading schedule, the page numbers are based off this version of the book. So if, for example, you read a free PDF, which they're available because it's a very old book, or buy a different book, the page numbers aren't going to line up, and it'll be a bit confusing to you, what you're supposed to be reading. So I highly recommend just use the $3 version that I've got for you here. Okay. Weekly units. That's how this class is going to be structured. So here I have a screenshot for you of some of what we're going to be doing this week. And so this class is going to be broken down into weekly modules. So you'll see here, week 1 class discussion. I'll talk about class discussion next. Your reading assignments, along with having it in the syllabus, I will give you the weekly reading assignment. Their lecture, Puritan Week 1, Part 1 lecture. I also sometimes have YouTube videos there for you. And so it's all there for you. The little check boxes for you to let you know what you've done there. Okay. class discussion, as promised. Class discussion will be a component of your grade in this class. For example, week 1, the question we're starting with, since our first unit is about the Puritans, I sort of want to know what you guys know already about the Puritans, if anything. All right, so the question is, what comes to mind when you think of the Puritans? And this can be based on other classes you've taken in university or things you've learned from high school, whether it in history classes or American literature classes. Often I get a lot of kids who learned about the Puritans through their lit classes. Or popular culture, or sometimes video games. What do you know? I'm not asking you about what do you know that is historically accurate about the Puritans. I'm just asking you what comes to mind. Okay, if nothing comes to mind and you're drawing a blank, that's why I embedded that little clip, about a 2-minute clip from an episode of The Simpsons, in which the Simpsons deal with the idea of the Puritans. So if you don't know anything, you just watch that video and now you know something that you can respond to. Okay, and so each week we'll have a discussion. I'll talk about this more again in another video, but you will be expected to respond to a prompt. The question this week, who are the Puritans, or what comes to mind when you think of the Puritans, and then also respond to another student's response. Okay, when we talk about the syllabus and we go through that, we'll talk about netiquette and appropriate responses, and basically being kind and decent and understanding in your responses. Okay, technical and online help. Okay, if you're having trouble with any aspect of getting materials or information, taking tests, things along those lines, the Titan Help form, I have a link for you here, the self-help guide that really helps explain a lot of common issues that you might have. All right, that's it for right now, everybody. Start going through the other links. There will be further discussion on some of these subjects, but once again, I'm really happy to have you in class and looking forward to this semester. So take care.